up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose the opportunity and shut, don't make ways for a prodigy.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. And tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set! Strike it, 3-3. Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now we'll pause here for an injury, and it's Deebo Samuel. He's the man in question right now who will need some attention. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Cowboys at 6-5 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington. Second and 10. Ready. Handoff right side to Wangu.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When you look at this defense,
they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And
he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now throwing on first down here. Got a man, that's Colin Johnson.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On second down, here's Gibson again.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The 6-yard. Leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Five yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibson, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Here we go. Here we go. Check, pick.
They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. You talk about this Washington defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better, because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Powell.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Here's 2nd and 10. Powell, he'll look to throw it. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Powell throwing on 3rd down here.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down.
Every now and then I can speak from experience, because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes, because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Well, Hal's going to mix it up here.
Here we go on 2nd and 12.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step, you go to them early and often.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
And Hal will throw it. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing to look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throwing here, Howell. He had him. He was was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive they started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They'll go right back to Nwangu.
Well, he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play. We're able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Let's go now. Ready?
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu.
And he stopped immediately there.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not many blues just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
Come on, set.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Ready?
They're going to try and throw. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one.
And now the rookie's free. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Back to throw. Howell.
Throw left side complete.
That's Johnson. Touchdown, Washington. Colin Johnson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
The kicker on for the extra point.
So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Cowboys nothing.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Strike.
Another run now for Nwangu.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Lamb in motion left.
Ready.
Nwangu going to get it on the counter.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
They'll try and throw for it here.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Open man is Samuel, complete.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down, Washington.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
No, I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
And they go play action with Howell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at second and goal. Now the Cowboys are going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Stopped short, down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this first half.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready, break.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The 43-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Buffalo 18.
Hal to the air on first and 10. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
A gain of 14.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
At their own 11-yard line.
Ready up.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. He's got a man complete. Big yardage that time for Washington. 43 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Howell. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Slot man moves right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. They'll go again with Gibson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. They tried to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Al down to throw it. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Try to go with a quicker guy and sometimes even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with a slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
Let's go now. Go.
And they take a knee.
Ready.
And they will take a knee here.
On the ready.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
The Commander's going to bring out the field goal unit.
From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
79 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
The 35-yard line.
Black swap. Ready.
Back to Nwangu again on 1st down.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
2nd down and 3.
Ready.
Up the middle, Nwangu. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
That's another Cowboys.
Back to throw now on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Micah Hyde. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Howell. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Howell. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
And the Commanders' 1st down.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 30 yards. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go, set.
And they take a knee. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Ready up.
And they will take a knee here. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone. But still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
It's been a tough go for them. Still without any points here in the fourth quarter.
And now here's another interception.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
Now the try here for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Commanders 50, Cowboys nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, set.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny. I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Jamin Davis.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Let's go.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you can